Hi everybody, welcome to this Pro Division qualifying round free video guide for the Kings Park tournament here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Please give me a thumb up and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. We're looking at all 9 holes of the qualifying round with tournament wins. We've got a couple of drops here and plenty of suggestions for tweaks. Didn't have as much time as I'd usually like to get fully dialed in, but this should still give you a very good starting point indeed. Don't forget to check out Expert Video as well if you are playing in Expert, and join us over at patreon.com/BK Golf Clash to support the channel and unlock more bonus content and perks. Good luck everybody, here we go with hole number 1. Time to start with an easy eagle. There's a few ways you can get down there. This is just one of them, going with the Titan and the extra mile. 4.5 top spin, 2 bars of side spin to the left, and we're going to set up at the top of plus 14 with extra mile 8, and the top of plus 13 with extra mile 9. If you've got extra mile 6 and 7, you will set up at P3 max distance, half of the red ring inside the rough on the right hand side. Adjustment is going to be max plus 15, power 3 settings, and then we're going with circle drop over power just before the shot circle breaks up there into the triangles. Try and hit perfect, and we're going to bounce on the fairway and roll down towards the green. If you've got more top spin available, that will of course get you closer or on the green for a putt, but even so, it's an easy wedge. Nice hole in one here with the Grizzly. We're going to add spin first, and we're going with 3.3 backspin and 3 bars of side spin to the left. At P2 max with the Grizzly level 7 and 8, we add spin, and then we find the second bounce there on the fringe, and the ball guide you can see is there pointing to that lighter green square to the left of the pin as you look at it on the line of the ball guide. Grizzly level 9, you would be at plus 3 yards, but make sure you add your spin and try and replicate that position, as there's no easy ring reference to look at. Max plus 15, power 2 settings, and we're going to centre the ball and hit perfect, and this will have a good chance of dropping in this wind angle, playing from the right hand side of the tree. You can see there it takes a nice slope and falls right at the pin. On the drive here we're going to play max plus 10, power 3. We're going to add spin, 4.5 top spin, 2 bars of side spin to the left, and then we're having the ring placement as follows: half of the red ring inside the rough on the right, at top of plus 14 with extra mile 8, and P3 max distance with extra mile level 6 and 7. Extra mile 9 is top of plus 13 if you're lucky enough to have that one unlocked. Max plus 10, and then I'm going with a circle drop over power and outer wall curl to the left, just to make sure I get enough distance on this drive. If in practice you find yourself coming up short, then just add a click or two of overpower, but you want to get that nice little roll towards the top of this tree shadow with a clear line to the pin. Second shot, I'm giving you a tweak based on the miss in the video. To find our position here, what I'm doing is finding the minimum distance line and then pushing up to have the blue ring touching the bunker with the ball guide through the hole. Then I'm adding spin as required. It will vary, but you should need approximately 3 backspin, maybe a little bit of side spin, getting the ball going to the front of the cup. In the video I played this one min plus 5, however this was under adjusted, so as a tweak I would suggest you go min plus 10. As you can see, I can't pull rings to adjust because those trees are in the way, so we have to unfortunately push rings to adjust in this scenario. Try and be as accurate as you can. And with the tweak on the notepad, this should get you in, or indeed very close for the albatross. You can tweak it again if needed, but min plus 10 would be my suggestion here. Alternatively, you could work out a rings from min approach, but you're going to be close with minimum distance, 10% elevation. This par 3 is very tough. We must have that said to begin with. We're going to add spin first, and we're using the Rocket. 6 backspin and 1 left spin. In low winds you could go with a Navigator, but just to prevent pulling into overpower I would suggest a power 2 or power 3 ball. You want the blue ring touching the bunker in both places, on the bottom left and the bottom right. Make sure you get that landing position correct. And then with spin added, you would see the ball guide as I did in the video. The adjustment is minimum distance, 30% elevation, power 2 settings. This will need a little bit of a tweak, but even with plenty of practice on this one, it's not a guarantee you're going to drop it. This is an exceptionally difficult pin placement on this par 3. Maybe a little bit more backspin there, one more click, we'd have got that in for the hole in one. On the drive here, we're going to use a katana because we need plenty of side spin. With the extra mile level 8, we're going to set up at the top of plus 9 yards, and in the end I decide on having the yellow ring touching the rough. Extra mile 7 will be at P2 max, and extra mile level 9 will be at the top of plus 8. 4.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the right. If you've got a bit more top spin, you could actually play with 5 bars here just to make sure you're not going to be out of range for the sniper approach. Adjust max plus 10 power 2, and once we've done that, it's time to take our shot. We're going with 3/4 ball curl to the right and finding our point there just before the circle drops as our overpower reference. Hit perfect, and this will bounce very nicely away from the rough and roll down the fairway. Great balls may be an issue here with lower accuracy clubs, so try and hit perfect. Drive distance you want to be around 372. Now the second shot here will need a tweak, but I would advise you to go and look at my shot in Expert because it's an identical wind angle and I actually dropped that one. But you want to apply 3 right spin, and between 1 and 2 bars of top spin, with the yellow ring touching the rough, you want the tip of the ball guide to be about 4 green squares short of the pin. As you could see in the video here, I wasn't that short, and that's why I miss high. The adjustment I make is 1 to 1, but like I said, over up in Expert, it's the same wind angle, and I have dropped it, so that will be a good reference here, unless you want to, of course, tweak this shot. But the rough bump is the best chance for the Albatross, as the bounce down with backspin is not as consistent on this par 5. Here, it's all about a safe birdie. This is a very tough par 4. We're going to look at the white ring touching the lower of the 2 bunkers there on the right, at the top of plus 2 with extra mile 8, top of plus 4 with extra mile 6 and 7. 4.5 top spin, 2 bars left spin, playing with a Titan. The adjustment here is maximum distance, 10% elevation, and once we've done that, we're not going to push up, we're going to leave it where it is, but instead we're going to go with full overpower. It is a slower needle, so it's easier to hit perfect. No curl. Off we go with a perfect ball. If you want to use a Kingmaker to make it even steadier, then you can, but if not, a Titan is absolutely fine. Rolling down the fairway here, drive distance you want around 375 yards. With the second shot, it's all about getting to green safely. 1.5 backspin, 2 bars left spin as a suggestion, and I would set up a couple of yards away from max with either the Big Dog or the Cataclysm. You want to use a wood club with distance. Half of the red ring inside the rough. Give yourself a great ball either side, basically, on this one. As I said, this is all about getting to green safely. Max plus 0, push rings to adjust, otherwise the trees are in the way. And then we go with 3/4 ball curl to the left. You can tweak it if you want to go more aggressive at the eagle, and you want to try and get a lucky drop here with more curl. But if not, you're going to be okay. The key thing is to just avoid the trees and avoid the rough, and then you can be putting for your birdie on this long and difficult par 4. This one will need a little bit of a tweak, either on the spin or the curl. I would start by adding 5 backspin and 1.5 bars of left spin, and you want to find the sticky spot there where the ball guide doesn't really move after the second bounce. Try and get yourself in the middle of that, and then we're going to adjust mid plus 20 power 3 settings. Now in the video here I went with about 1.7 left spin and a couple of clicks of curl. I did miss left, so that's why I would suggest trying with 1.5 left spin instead. It's an easier spin amount to find. With the increased left spin here, I go with a couple of clicks of left curl. You could try and tweak either the spin or the curl, but here's a good starting point, bouncing comfortably over the fringe, but just burning the left edge. But mid plus 20, power 3 is the adjustment to use. We're going to use a berserker here to try and get close to green with the big topper. We want to add max top spin with as much left spin possible with keeping the max top spin. Then we find our position with the bullseye over the rough line at P5 max with a big top at level 5. And then we're going to adjust max distance, 10% elevation, power 5 numbers. Once we've done that, I'm going to make a small push-up here. And that is going to be a 3-ring push-up with this club level, equivalent to about 13 or 14 yards. Then I'm going with a 1.5 ball left curl, and just before the circle drops as the overpower reference. Of course, with the big topper, it's important to try and hit perfect. You want to bounce once on the fairway, and then second bounce in the rough, and then rolling down here towards the green. Might need some tweaks based on wind strength and wind angle, but from there you're going to have a very makeable wedge, around 60% slider. Play it Endbringer method, tutorial on the Academy playlist on the channel homepage. No spin, 20% elevation, power 5 numbers for the eagle. If you're enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to support that and help keep it free, we've launched a brand new patreon.com homepage. There is the link. There are lots of perks if you want to become a member over there. All support of the channel is massively appreciated, and it will help, of course, to continue to provide the Golf Clash content here for you. So please go and check that out over at patreon.com/BK Golf Clash. On this par 5, we're going to go with a Kingmaker because I want a bit more left spin. Adding spin first, 4.5 top spin, 3 bars left spin, and I'm going to go here at the top of +14 with the yellow ring touching the rough with extra mile 8. That will be +13 with extra mile 9 and P3 max with extra mile 7. Adjustment here is maximum distance 0 elevation. And then once we've done that, I'm going to make a small push up, and I'm going to push up back to the start point. So if you started at +14, push up to +14. Extra mile 7 will push up to max. Extra mile 9 will push up to the top of +13. 3/4 ball left curl just before the circle drops as our overpower reference, and then try and hit perfect. Bouncing very nicely in the corner of the fairway and rolling down. You want a good distance here to set up a good attempt with the sniper of around 370 yards. Now here we need to tweak our aim. I was happy with the spin and the adjustment. I'm going with 3 back spin and 2 right spin. Then I'm going to use the landing position plus yards once I've found the position here. You can see I was aiming there with the ball guide about 2 green squares short, but I aim a little bit left of the pin, which I need to tweak on subsequent attempts, and I would encourage you to do the same. 78% slider for a +3 with sniper 10. That would be +5 with sniper 9 and +9 with sniper 7 and 8. 0 elevation, use sniper 10 numbers throughout here, regardless of your club level. Like I said, aiming more at the pin will get you in for the albatross here on this par 5. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.